Hello everyone, in this video I would like to review the Soviet movie that is called The Irony of Destiny or The Irony of Fate. The interesting thing that most of Russian people watch the movie every single year. This is the main actor, he is Russian. As well, this woman is the main character. Her name is Barbara Brylska and she is Polish. The movie is created in 1975. I mean, it's so old, but still, even some young Russian people, they like to watch it. I mean, watching old movies is okay, but to watch a movie every single year, I don't know, it's unbelievable. Even me, I have my favorite movies. Maybe I watched some movies a few times, but not every single year. So I have no idea why they watch it every single year. In order to find out why they watch it every single year, I will ask my wife. So why the heck you watch this movie every single year?
I don't watch the whole movie. I just use it as a background when I'm cooking for the New Year dinner. It's just like a habit, not a habit. It creates exactly the right mood for the New Year because, like, you can smell some things and you can recall some past memories very vividly. The same with the music, almost the same with the music and with the films. They just create this amazing mood. You don't need to watch like every minute of it. Just use it as a background, and you instantly go to your childhood memories and all of these things. That's why everybody watch some particular film on Christmas and New Year or on some other occasion to bring those memories and those feelings.
But what's so special about this movie in particular?
It has the music. Music is so special. It's very unique. You just hear one second of this music, immediately you get the right mood. Good music with good verses of Russian poets of the silver century, like Akhmatova, Tsvetaeva. Yeah, and really, like many Soviet movies have some unique music, and this film is outstanding in that.
And that's true. Even me, I have a favorite song from this movie. And it goes like this. Если у вас нету тети, то вам ее не потерять. That means if you don't have an aunt, you will not lose her. А если вы не живете, то вам и не, то вам и не. That means if you are not living, so you will not die. Если у вас нет собаки, то не отравит сосед. That means if you don't have a dog, the neighbor will not poison that dog. И с другом не будет драки, если у вас друга нет. That means you will not have a fight with your friend if you don't have a friend. The song is so positive. It reminds me of the song Don't Worry, Be Happy. And most of the songs in Soviet movies are very positive. That's why most of people who watch the old Soviet movies, they like them. Does this film show how Russian people celebrate the New Year?
Yeah, I think so. Although it was shot in the 70s, still most of the things are the same, like decorations, the preparations, all this mood, singing songs, and sitting all night, going to one friend's house, then another friend's house with a big company. Yeah, and this snow falling, this weather in the film. Yeah, so much of New Year mood. But I think without the sauna part, nobody goes to sauna on the New Year. This is just in this film. I don't know, maybe in 70s they used to do that. I don't know.
Do you think that the characters are good role models?
No, I don't think so, because they are pretty childish and they don't behave like responsible adults. But it doesn't matter a lot if you know, like if you don't want to follow them. It may be a bad thing if people just subconsciously copy those role models without reflection. But if you know, like that they're not doing like the best thing, you just enjoy the atmosphere, their talk, their romance. It's not of a big deal. I don't think many people watch it and dream to get drunk and get to another city as a baggage. And get into such kind of story. And yeah, and to ditch your fiancé for some random person who you know just one night.
And here is my recap of this movie. So they start the movie by showing us similar buildings in different cities. Moscow and St. Petersburg, that used to be called Leningrad. It's a story about a man who lived with his mother and he had a fiancé. And he and his friends had a tradition every year to go to sauna, what they call banya in Russia, and get drunk. He didn't want to get drunk, but his friends pushed him. That's what often happens in Russia. Even I was in such situations a lot. That's why I stopped drinking with Russians. One of his friends needed to fly to Leningrad. But because they were so drunk, he totally forgot which one of them had to go. So they just decided that it was Zhenya, the main character. He was sleeping throughout the flight. Having arrived, he just took the taxi and said his home address. And many Russian cities have the same street names, and the houses also looked similar. And the funny thing that he managed to open the door with his key. Even the furniture in the Soviet Union was the same for everybody. So he fell asleep, and the owner of the apartment came home. She didn't notice him right away. Then suddenly she saw a sleeping man in her bed. She tried to wake him up, but he was completely drunk. So she poured some water on him and he yelled at her and said, "What the hell you are doing in my house?" They had a lot of fight until they realized that he is from Moscow. Then the fiancé of that lady came. He gave her a gift and she said that his gift is waiting for him in the room. So he went to the room and saw a man there without pants. Of course he got jealous. So he kicked the drunk man out. This Zhenya, the main character, came back to ask the money for the flight to Moscow. The fiancé got completely mad and stormed out. And that was the time the new year started. So the fiancé left, was crazy driving and got into the river, which was luckily completely frozen. Meanwhile, his fiancée was drinking champagne with this unwanted guest. So they started talking and they became kind of friends. Even the friends of this woman, they came and they thought that this Zhenya is her fiancé. And finally they get really close, and it was the time when the fiancé came back the last time. And when her fiancé came back last time, he also got drunk and started to take a shower with his full clothes on. And he said, "You can't build something meaningful in one night, but you can destroy it." She realized that she is making a mistake. So she asked Zhenya to leave. He went back to Moscow and went to bed. When he woke up, she was sitting in front of him. And he asked, "How did you find me?" And she said, "You are really stupid." And that was the end of the movie. But I also have a negative opinion about this movie, and generally about all Soviet movies, even modern Russian ones. So in most Russian and Soviet movies, you will find that the alcohol is promoted. And it's kind that the alcohol can solve all the problems. Meanwhile, smoking is so promoted in American movies. And both habits are not that good. But still we can find a lot of positive things in a lot of movies. I hope you liked this recap. If this video will do well, I will create more of videos reviewing different Russian movies. Thank you for watching, see you in my next videos, and goodbye.